So today, lads, the Indiana Fever are playing against the Connecticut Sun, and I'm going to be completely honest, this is the biggest game of the year. This is the biggest game of the year for the Indiana Fever, and if they lose this game, I think, not that we can say they're out of the playoff race, I think they go away from being favorites. I think they go away from being playoff favorites. I think they go from being if they win tonight, I think they're still favored in making the playoffs over the Sparks. I think if they lose tonight, they're not out of the playoffs, but I do think they go very much into the not favored category. And if you guys agree, subscribe. Sorry about, again, the lack of videos on the channel recently. Not that much we can do with Caitlin Clark being out. There's not that much we can do. We are everything at this league is Caitlin Clark centric. So, with Caitlin being out, all the goals, we had for the channel over the year have been thrown out the window with Caitlin Clark gone. And you know what? That happens. That happens, and it's probably a decent enough thing for, the future of me on YouTube. That Caitlin Clark got injured, because it means I got to adapt a little bit. I got to set up another channel, go really hard on the NBA stuff, and then go get back to 2K stuff. But look, if the Indiana Fever lose this game, they go one game ahead of 500. They're not beating the Minnesota Lynx. Normally in pro sports, you're any team can be got on any given game. Not the Lynx. Not the Lynx. You can't beat that team. Even without Caitlin. Dejanay hates these fans. Fever beat them in the Commissioner's Cup final. They are not beating the Lynx. They're absolutely not beating the Lynx. So if the Indiana Fever come in a game below 500 in 5 days, not even 5 days, sorry. They play this game and they play the 22nd, 24th. If they go a week from now and they're below 500, I think they're done. I think they're done. And I think this game, as much as anything, shapes how Caitlin Clark's recovery is going to be. I think if the Indiana Fever lose tonight, they're not going to rush Caitlin Clark back for those Lynx games. I don't think they're going to do it anyway. But if they're one game below 500, I don't think they rush her back for that Storm game. And there's a possibility that they go with 4 games left. I think the plan probably was to bring her back for that Mystics Lynx Sky spell, so that she plays those 3 games before they get into the playoffs. But there's a possibility that they're out of the playoff hunt by those 3 games. Or even if they're not out of the playoff hunt, that they're realistically out of the playoff hunt. If they're 3 games below 500, going into those 3 games, if they're on 19 wins, if they're 19 and 22 with those 3 games to go, she's not coming back. It is what it is. Just I don't know when Angel Reese is going to come back, because it's not that important if she comes back. And this is a game where I don't know if the Fever win. The Fever were neck and neck against the Sun when the Sun were playing worse. Layla Lacan had 19. The Fever needed a Caitlin Clark fourth quarter masterclass to win that game. Albeit, she was pretty bad through 3 quarters. But they needed a fourth quarter masterclass from Caitlin Clark. And the Connecticut Sun hate the Indiana Fever. It is what it is. Rashid Mazian, they're not big fans. Even with JC Sheldon gone, they're not fans of the Indiana Fever. They absolutely don't like this team. Bria Hartley doesn't seem to like anybody. Tina Charles absolutely gave Aaliyah Boston the business in this game. No Ari McDonald. I don't know how good they are. I don't know how good Odyssey Sims is for this team. I don't think the new signing is going to play. Is it Kyra Lambert? There's no point even learning her name. I don't think she's going to play. I don't think Chloe Bibby's going to play. There's no scenario in my head where Chloe Bibby plays, because this is the most athletic team in the league on the wings, with Sanaya Rivers, Layla Lacan, Anissa Morrow at the 4 at times. They're uber athletic. So I'm I don't understand how they expect, we expect Chloe Bibby to play tonight, if nothing more than to shut up the fans. Like, Stephanie White doesn't rate her. And this is a game where, I'm not joking, I think we could see legit Bree Turner minutes if Tina Charles is cooking us. I think we could see Bree Turner meaningful minutes tonight, which is not good. Which is not good at all. And if we go 0-3 in a spell against the worst 3 teams in the league, or 3 of the 4 worst teams in the league, and we had a 4-game stretch in a row where we played the 4 worst teams in the league. If we go 1-3 against the 4 worst teams in the league, like, we're just not making the playoffs. We're just not. And we've 18 wins right now. This reminds me a lot of being a Leeds United fan in the 2022-2023 season. We, at halftime against Crystal Palace, we had 32 points. We were 7 points clear of relegation. And this is, by the way, after 29 games. It's a 38-game season. We were, at halftime, we had 32 points. The game ended at halftime. 32 points after our 30th game, with 8 more games to go in the season, and you needed 35 points to stay up, and you get 3 for a win. We drew 2 games and lost every single. We lost that game, 5-1, we went 1-0 up. We then drew 2 games and lost every other game the rest of the season. We didn't win another game for the rest of the season. Form, you can spiral. When you're in good form, you can spiral to wins that you have no idea how you won. The problem is that the Indiana Fever are now in a situation where it's like, how the hell did we lose that game? They're now losing games that they have no right to lose. They're losing games they have no right to lose. And I'm really worried, like, because the way the Sun play. The Sun are way better in their record. Are way better. And I don't think people realize that. They are way better in their record. I've said it the whole time. This team has, like, if you ask me who the worst teams WNBA are, give me the Sun over the Sky and the Wings. Don't give me the Sun over the Mystics, but give me the Sun over the Sky and the Wings, especially since Layla Khan's come over. They're a young team. They're pretty okay coached. Like, as far as I'm aware with Rashid Mazian, like, he's a lot of people have said that he doesn't kind of have the killer instinct to be like a top tier pro coach, but like really good person, really smart coach. And that tends to work with young teams in terms of development teams. It works as a development coach. And Sanaya Rivers and Layla Khan, how are we going to dribble past the halfway line unless it's Kelsey Mitchell? Kelsey Mitchell's the only player that's going to be able to dribble past the halfway line. Maybe Odyssey Sims, but like, I don't know how many Odyssey Sims minutes I want to see either. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.